my fuzzy bees, and welcome back to Petals and Pages series. Today we are going to discuss the hype for Kobo that has been going around lately. Personally, I bought a Kobo the first week of March as a loyal Kindle user of 4 years so that I could 1 month later give you an in-depth comparison of the two. For clarification, my Kindle is a Paperwhite 2020 edition, and I will be comparing it to the Kobo Libra color. For round 1, we are comparing display and lighting. The comparison is very similar. Kobo comes slightly on top for having the ability to adjust the lighting by sliding your finger up and down the screen. And at Kindle, you have to press 2 buttons to adjust this brightness. So Kobo wins this round. For round 2, we have page turning and responsiveness. For reading, the Kindle has to win here. My Paperwhite is more responsive than my Kobo. Both the Kindle and the Kobo have a refresh every page option, which helps with ghosting. This was one of the #1 concerns when researching switching to Kobo. A lot of reviews were saying that ghosting was really bad. Ghosting is when you can see the cover of the book when unlocking the Kobo, or when you see the previous page when you're turning the page. With the refresh setting, the ghosting is significantly better, and not much different from the Paperwhite ghosting, or ghosting that happens in physical books. For loading the store, my Kobo and Kindle were practically tied with loading speeds, so neither won that aspect of this round. For round 3, we have battery life. I'm definitely more of a physical book reader and don't use my e-reader constantly like others. I, however, will give the Kindle the win here. With both devices are sleeping, they will last months. However, when actually reading and using the device, I have to charge my Kobo in the middle of reading a book. I could get a few books before charging with the Kindle. I have seen some reviews on TikTok as well who read more often and state that they charge their Kobo once a week when using it constantly. For round 4, we have reading and comfort. Hands down, this has to go to Kobo. The auto rotate feature allows me to switch from hand to hand as I shift when reading. The lock feature that allows you to lock the orientation to portrait or landscape also prevents it from switching to landscape when switching between hands and speeds up the orientation loading process. The Kobo does have buttons where the Paperwhite does not. However, I will add that the Kindle Oasis is also 7-inch display, does have buttons, but this was discontinued as of October 2024. For round 5, library integration. This round really causes the divide between the Kobo and Kindle. This was another contributing factor towards my interest personally in making the switch to Kobo. I am a dedicated user of the public library who also uses the public transport system in a car-centric city who also has mobility limitations. Therefore, the convenience and ability to access library books on my e-reader is really appealing to me. Kindle does have the ability to read library books, but there are some hoops to jump through. You download the Libby app on your mobile phone and request the library book of choice. Once you have access to the book, you can download or share to the Kindle app, where then you can go to the Kindle device and wait for the download. This may be an annoying process, but doable, which is what I would say if it wasn't for the fact that some Libby books are not supported by Kindle, and I'm not sure how to find out before requesting the book in the first place. So I was often requesting books, waiting to get access to the book because there are often wait lists, and then not able to send them to my Kindle app because their Kindle doesn't support it. If we look at Kobo, the reader has a Libby app built into the device itself. Ensure that you have a secure Wi-Fi connection and click the Discover tab on the home menu. From there, you have access to OneDrive tab where you can request and download library books straight from the Kobo device. For round 6, we have Kindle Unlimited versus Kobo Plus. For this round, personally, I've never used either of these subscriptions, so I cannot form a personal rating or opinion. However, I have heard from friends, employees of bookstores, and TikTok say Kindle Unlimited is better for books that are popular, like the ones we discuss from Book Talk. And for Kobo Plus, they have books in the genres that are not as mainstream, like nonfiction and historical. One downside here is that the Kindle isn't even allowing me to browse what's available on Kindle Unlimited without signing up for a free trial, while Kobo is letting me browse freely. For round 7, we will go over Kobo exclusive content. One of my favorite things about the Kobo is how customizable it is. One feature that I'm obsessed with is the custom header and footer option. You can customize these to be pages left in chapter, percent of chapter read, time remaining in chapter, pages left in book, percent left in book, and time remaining in book. Versus on the Kindle, you only have the option of displaying your current page, time left in chapter, time left in book, or location in the bottom left corner. You also have the option of customizing your buttons and can have the top and bottom switch roles. There's also an option to show progress bars, which is a line at the bottom of the screen that demonstrates the percentage that you are in your book. Another feature that is a huge bonus of the Kobo is the stylus. The color highlights and ability to write on the Kobo in color is perfect for annotating readers. It also gives you the option to erase. The overall experience is more immersive and more fun. Lastly, that I can recall, there's a feature that allows you to change the font type, font size, and margins. Plus, the amount of font choices compared to the Kindle are significant. So in conclusion, if I had the choice of reading a book on my Kindle or my Kobo, I would pick the Kobo. As a loyal Kindle user for a long time, I'm making the switch and it is worth the hype. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.